Good morning, everybody. Taping. Okay, so here we go. No talk. I just want to let people in the house know I'm taping. It's kind of good to do sometimes. And so here's a rudimentary visual explanation of the light coming from here. So the shade will be on the opposite side. We have reflective light also to deal with, which helps. You know what? This could be a cherry or an apple. Anyway, let's talk. Let's talk. Okay, so here's your reflective light. It's just blending and fading. You see me doing it right on camera. You know you can do it. Find a way. You can do what I'm doing in pencil. This is what I'm using. Anything you use, you could do it. Over here, for instance. Okay, so this kind of looks pretty plain. Um, there's a movie. Speaking of the word plain, there's a movie about Abraham Lincoln which is the probably the only movie about Lincoln that I think, if I mean, he's just a, let me just put it, let's talk about movies, but the actor is Raymond Massey. And the only thing different about Massey and Lincoln that I saw was that Lincoln had probably grayish blue eyes. They were very light, and Massey had dark, almost black eyes. Other than that, Massey was like Abraham Lincoln. The movie was directed by John Cromwell, 1940. The point is that, speaking of the word plain, there was a scene in there. The lady says to Honest Abe, he's still just working as a storekeeper, a young man, and she said, Abe, you must be about the homely, aside from my husband, you must be the homeliest man I think I ever did see. Just ever in the whole wide world. She didn't mean any harm. She just telling him, she's friendly. So Abe goes, well, there's a reason for that, Miss Susan. The nurse back in Kentucky where I used to be the best looking baby in all of Kentucky. And then the nurse that was taking care of me made a mistake and switched me off for one that was kind of plain. And she just laughed in the movie, the elderly woman. She and then Abe just smiled to himself as he continued his bookkeeping. It was just a very good scene. And now in the space of that, we talked about blending and fading. August 23rd, 2025.